and worked as a staff nurse in the University College Hospital Ibadan from 1973 to 1975. She bagged a degree in nursing in year 1978, had her NYC experience in 1978 to 1979. She started her career in the nursing academia from School of Nursing, LALA, as a nurse tutor. She was appointed a graduate assistant in the year 1981 at the Department of Nursing, University of Ibadan. She bagged a master's degree in educational management in the year 1983 and bagged a PhD in the year 1996. She became an assistant lecturer in the year 1983, and she rose through the rank to a senior lecturer position in the year 1996. Dr. Bola Ofi was appointed twice as the head of nursing department, University of Ibadan, 2000 to 2002 and 2004 to 2008. Head of Department of Nursing in 2017, of which her tenure witnessed remarkable achievement and growth in the department. She is the current head of nursing department, Lagos State University College of Medicine. Dr. Ofi is passionate about upholding standards in nursing education and practice in Nigeria, a role she played as the chairman, governing board of the Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria from 2017 to 2020. She was reappointed in the year 2020. I present to you Dr. Bola Ofi for a goodwill message. You are welcome, ma.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome, ma.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening to you, ma.
Thank you very much for inviting me for this webinar on focusing on Young Nurses Initiative, an organization that is set up by Professor and Professor Adejumo with the objectives of reproducing a critical mass of focused younger nurses, nursing professionals who will be well poised to take the future in their hands and mentored by experienced experts in the various clinical areas in nursing. They also want to inspire the new generation of nurses, especially in Nigeria. Today's theme is the young nurse and the future of Nigerian nursing, and I'm sure the overall approach is through mentoring. Let me first and foremost congratulate D&B for this innovative initiative. This is like the Nigerian version of the Honor Society, an African branch and version of Sigma Theta Tau of the United States of America, which has now evolved into many chapters in African countries, including the recently chartered University of Ife chapter that we have. And very soon, Lagos, Babcock will also be chartered. I'm likening this type of the organization that you have set up with the chapter, the Honor Society of Sigma Theta Tau, when it started many, many years ago in KwaZulu-Natal. I'm not sure of the impetus for this initiative, but I guess that some of the issues you would have observed will probably be some lack of confidence, lack of or weak leadership in nursing, and of course, the nursing structure that may not be well understood by the young ones, and nursing leadership issues in healthcare delivery, amongst other challenges that we have in nursing that you are likely to want to address amongst the young nurses before it really becomes a challenge for them, but grooming them to quickly identify the issues and be able to overcome them. We are all familiar with the history of nursing, the beginning of our profession in Europe and America, and very much so the position of Florence Nightingale in the development of modern nursing in Nigeria, globally. I would like her to reflect on the fact that the issue of leadership during Florence Nightingale was nothing in healthcare. She was acknowledged as a leader. She was even honored with the respect that she started the rudiments of statistics, health statistics, because during her time, she put together statistics of the type of injuries, the type of wounds, the type of clients that were brought from the Crimean War. And she was able to put this into various categories, giving it a picture of the statistics of the outcome of the Crimean War. At the time, there was nothing like statistics, health statistics. And she's recognized she's been recognized for being, what would I say, the champion of health statistics. If you look at all the books, you will find this data that I'm mentioning. So the issue of leadership in nursing was not there at the beginning. She was recognized by the physicians and other healthcare workers because she was also well-read, very much well-read, and also come from the aristocratic family, whereas nursing during that time, before her time, was just looked at like an occupation and just a caring that had no background, minimal education, and so on and so forth, until she came and then created what we now have as modern nursing. But I would like to emphasize the fact that in her time, and before her time as well, what permeates nursing was the issue of passion and desire to care for the needy. The passion and the desire to care for the needy. Not status, not remuneration, as what we have at the moment, and what is drawing more and more people into the profession. I'm highlighting this aspect of our professional development so that we remember that leadership issues that we are having in healthcare delivery right now, not only in Africa, but also globally, but more managed in other countries than ourselves, was not an issue with Florence Nightingale because she was well-grounded, educated, and of course, coming from an aristocratic family that was recognized. Whereas many of the people in nursing at the time were from the lower class members of the family. So the leadership role, it's well known. I also like to mention the fact that our leadership role and taking healthcare to greater heights had been recognized by WHO for decades. And that was the basis for setting up the University of Ibadan Department of Nursing for Africa in order to promote leadership in nursing across the globe because of the fact that our leadership role in healthcare is so significant that WHO thought, well, the best thing to do is to ensure that we are given leadership training. And as I mentioned, that was how the BSc program started in Ibadan, 1965, and you came out with BSc with specialty in administration management or in education, as it were then. But this issue of leadership and position in healthcare delivery of nursing has been re-echoed many times by various people, various bodies, and significantly, it was re-echoed again by Institute of Medicine, the Institute of Medicine in the United States in 2010. I would like you to Google, I would like my colleagues to Google the Institute of Medicine, Nursing Leading the Way, and find out exactly what the recommendations that the Institute of Medicine has given for the future of nursing. We need to understand these various aspects of recommendations, these various aspects of position paper for nursing by others and by our own organization, like International Council of Nursing, for us to be able to move forward, for us to be able to identify strategies for taking nursing to greater heights in Nigeria, especially. The the Institute of Medicine clearly stated that there is no way we are going to achieve the sustainable development goal without the leadership role of nursing, well clearly stated, and that we should be allowed to play to the maximum our potentials that we've been trained, in our educational curriculum. So what are the challenges? I also see the issue of taking nursing to greater heights, like we have mentioned in this theme, looking at the perspective or within the context of the International Council of Nursing paper, document that was projected since 1999 to 2020. ICN said, for us to be futuristic, which is the concept within this theme, future of nursing in Nigeria. For us to be futuristic, the International Council of Nursing has prescribed strategies for us to follow. So if nurses in Nigeria want to project into the future of nursing, they need to do certain things for Nigeria. But globally, ICN said, we must look at the scenario. The scenario is what obtains globally in terms of health. What's going on in Africa? What's going on in England? What's going on in the US? And so on and so forth. What are the trends in healthcare delivery? We are going from communicable to diseases to non-communicable diseases. We are transiting between infectious diseases and non-infectious diseases. At least we can see for ourselves, even though in Nigeria, we have not had this epidemiological transition fully, we still have non-communicable diseases. We still have communicable diseases, but we are transiting. But some countries have also already transited from communicable diseases to totally non-communicable diseases, which are more lifestyle diseases than anything else. Diabetes, hypertension, sickle cell disease, asthma, and so on and so forth. And cardiac events, of course. So, International Council of Nursing, since 1999, had seen the scenario of healthcare and where healthcare is heading for in 2020. They also have looked at the trends in the larger society, the trends in nursing, nursing education, nursing research, nursing practice. They've seen the trends, how we are going to be becoming by 2020, 80% of us probably would be in the United States degree holders, like it's projected in the United States. We can do the same in Nigeria. The National Midwifery Council in 2005 suggested, they proposed a transition from the diploma programs into degree programs fully by 2013. But of course, it was an ambitious plan, which we were not able to fulfill. But we are moving forward. We are not static. If we have like 40 universities in Nigeria at the moment providing nursing program. So ICN is asking us to look at the trends. ICN is asking us to look at the scenario in order for us to develop aspiration and come up with our preferred future for nursing. Not being pushed by one profession or one problem in the society or the other, but coming up with an agenda for nursing, designed by us, policy-driven, presented and accepted, based on the scenario and the trends and aspiration of the people that we are going to care for. So these are the points that ICN has made. And for us to do same in Nigeria, we would need to look at specifically the trends and scenario in Nigeria. ICN also came up with forces that are likely to impact nursing education, nursing practice. These forces are forces within larger society, forces within the nursing itself, and forces within healthcare delivery. We need to revisit that document. And I would like my colleagues to please Google ICN and look at the document for that says Guidebook for Nurse Futurists. Because the theme here is talking about the future of nursing in Nigeria. This guidebook for nurse futurists had been in circulation since 1999. And all these forces I'm talking about, the trends, the scenarios, the aspirations, and so on and so forth, are all in this document. And it's nothing that anybody can just glance over at such discussion of a goodwill message. It's supposed to be a goodwill message. So please Google ICN and you'll find the full document there. Read it so that you'll be able to see how to project into the future, project what nursing would be in the future in Nigeria specifically, because we cannot have the same. It's not one cap fits all. Our scenario is different from US scenario. The scenario in the UK is different. So we must fashion whatever we are doing with, for Nigeria, but again, within best practices, within standards, and so on and so forth. So for 20th century nurses, we need to do this exercise that I have just mentioned for us to be able to design our preferred future for Nigeria. I would also like to say that you're already prepared for a good future. You're already well motivated. You already have a plan, a career plan, I'm sure. Because of your preparation, your Bachelor of Nursing program has prepared you to care both nationally and internationally within the cultural diversity that we have, the structural differences, the guidelines, and so on and so forth. You already have the rudiments because the first degree in nursing, without saying much, is now the entry qualification into the profession. So you are at the bottom of the ladder. And I'm sure Professor Adejumo and Professor Adejumo would be very happy to assist you in quickly focusing and identify your own career pathway in nursing from the bottom of the ladder. And in quickly identifying it in such a manner that you make progress and of course impact the community in which you are. So as I said, you have made a good foundation. The Institute of Health of Medicine mentioned that we must be partners in progress within healthcare delivery. We must be partners. And professionally, we've been prepared to know that our roles are independent, dependent, and interdependent. And we embrace the three to be able to give qualitative care to our clients. But the issue of partnership is a big thing in healthcare delivery because of different structures. You know what we are like in Nigeria here, how the medics want to be the head of, they are the head of medicine, not the head of healthcare. Healthcare is multidisciplinary. We provide the nursing care, we coordinate the care of others, all other professionals, we are there 24/7. The doctors come and go, physiotherapists come and go, nutritionists come and go, and we put everything together in unison and package it and coordinate care and deliver to the clients. And we are the largest group of professionals in healthcare delivery. But partnering is an issue. What does it take to be a partner? What does it take to be a partner? Someone had one particular article, which I will mention the name in a minute, Stretch and What, 2013 said that full partnership requires, one, advancing formal education, advancing our formal education. So you can see that the Bachelor of Nursing as an entry point is the beginning of the ladder. You must advance to master's, to PhD, to various specialties of interest to you for you to be an expert and become a nurse consultant and stand and be reckoned with. So advancing our formal education. Secondly, they mentioned developing leadership as a core competence. Developing leadership as a core competence. And this concept of leadership had permeated the whole of the profession from the beginning to the end, even when you are in schools of nursing. The issue of leadership is well discussed. acquiring leadership skills and being active in models of leadership. Acquiring leadership skills and being active in models of leadership. An example of the model of leadership is mentorship, volunteering, and advocacy. You see, we're in the right path. Mentorship is part of what we are talking about today. Volunteering will also be mentioned, because the issue of volunteering is one issue that we tend not to accept in our own setting. But everything is not money, as I will mention later on. Everything is not money. You can volunteer service in the community, volunteer, and you'll be surprised at how volunteering usually results into some other bigger concepts, and even to the extent of developing an NGO based on the fact that you have been volunteering. I like to give kudos to one of my students, and not students, colleagues in Lagos State College of Medicine, Department of Nursing, who, when she was in Ife, each time they went on this long ASU strike, she just went to UNICEF, UNFPA, all those organizations that are providing health services in healthcare, and volunteered her service. And of course, you know, she got awards, she got rewarded for this voluntary, initiative by herself, not even being invited by anybody. So all these, I'm sure, will be discussed. Issue of mentorship, volunteering, advocacy, leadership will be part of the package for this seminar or this webinar that we are talking about. As I said earlier, the foundation you have already made, and it's good that you are already set to move forward. You're already set to achieve the goals that you have in mind. And if there are goals that you don't have in mind, this structure that is in place would assist you to mold yourself, identify your area of need, identify your area of interest, so that you can quickly get on the pathway to your career development, and of course achieve all that you want to achieve. Having said all this, what next? Which way forward? What do we take home from the various things that we have talked about? Definitely, we know that education, higher education, is important. And a first degree is not enough for us to be able to move on and move nursing into partnership position in healthcare. We have also identified that continuing education and research to contribute to the body of knowledge, of nursing knowledge, is key in moving nursing future forward. We can have bodies like the Royal College of Nursing, like they have in UK, in order to be a center, to create a synergy and come up with a nursing agenda. To occupy your leadership position and move nursing forward, you need to demonstrate leadership in clinical areas. A situation in which we continue to improvise is over. Let management know that, look, standards are standards, and you're not going to compromise standard. You are not going to compromise standard. Make known the standards that you have, that you must have for you to give quality care, and stand by it. You must take a position. If you don't, and you are allowed to be pushed here and there, it won't work. To take a leadership position, you must come up with your own strategy. Your needs in the clinical area as managers and as leaders must be well stated and documented, not just verbally spoken to the management of any institution. It won't work. And you must know how to put your position on the agenda. I would also like to say that as leaders and as managers, you are supposed to advocate for your subordinates or co-workers by ensuring that they have what it requires to provide for care. You still find mercury thermometers in clinical setting, in teaching hospitals, and these are things that are obsolete in other countries. Who would make the change? It's you. It's nothing. By demanding for the right technology that you require to provide care in this 21st century. Not the mercury that people in the 60s like myself didn't use by the time we were in second year. Before the end of 60s, the issue of mercury thermometer had been put away because of even just ordinarily the danger of it dropping and the mercury spilling and then contaminating our hands. That was the very first thing. The danger to nursing was the first thing. The mercury thermometer were taken off the shelf and replaced with other technology, as it were at the time. So it's again the leadership. Take a position. Make yourself known. Be assertive and insist on standards, and standards wherever you go. I mentioned earlier about the issue of volunteering and the importance and the benefits of volunteering. Higher education, the sky is the limit for you right now because of the preparation that you have had. Continue to relate with your supervisors. Continue to relate with your supervisors from your institution. Continue to relate with your classmates and continue to relate with your colleagues to come up with research areas of interest and working on the various areas of interest with your senior colleagues in healthcare delivery or senior colleagues in academics. In conclusion, the future is in our hands to fashion out our preferred future for nursing in Nigeria by critically analyzing our situation with the global practices, the global educational preparation and research, and then coming up with a nursing agenda that we can send to Senate, a nursing agenda that we can send to professional bodies and institutions, and plans to implement such agenda. Like the way the Royal College would come up with a position of nursing in England. And I'm sure This is the beginning of bigger plans to come with research fundings by the organizers and the founders of this initiative. I congratulate them once again, and I wish them well in this new initiative. Greater heights, greater breakthrough, especially with regards to assisting individuals for funding for better educational preparation within the country or outside the country. But let me also say that you needn't be deterred by no funds. You can Google, you will find a lot of online courses, free, that you can do to occupy yourself until you are able to get your preferred university, your preferred location, and so on and so forth. Continuing to improve on yourself in clinical area, in research, in education, and so on and so forth. I wish you all the best. We look forward to the young nurses to take us to greater heights. And as I said earlier, the sky is the limit. I wish to congratulate once again Professor and Professor Adejumo for this initiative. I thank you for listening. Thank you.
Please, can we see your face, ma'am? Please, can we see your face?
My face. No, the organizers.
I've allowed you, ma. You have been permitted, ma, to do it.
The organizers didn't allow video to run. Is it okay now?
They're the co-host, so you should be able to.
Sorry. Earlier on, we were cut off. I didn't know that I could go on. I had tried before, but I couldn't. Now you can see me.
Thank you very much.
It's a great pleasure to welcome our mother once again.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bola Ofi.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Please, can we have a round of applause for her? Yes, it is our prayers that our elders will live long so that they can tell us what we missed in the past and they can link us to our future.
Sure.
And she has told us so many things. You can't work in isolation as a nurse. You cannot work in isolation. Thank you so much again. I'd like to thank you so much again. So thank you so much, ma.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma.